In the blistering heat of a London press room, where flashbulbs pop like distant thunder and whispers slither through the air like vines overtaking a forgotten court, Emma Raducanu stands unflinching, her racket calluses still raw from the grind of endless rallies. The 22-year-old phenom, whose US Open fairy tale at 18 etched her into eternity as the sport's wide-eyed wonder, has just shattered a rumor mill churning wilder than a tiebreak gone rogue. Pregnancy? The tabloids screamed it from every glossy cover, fueled by her abrupt withdrawal from the China Open qualifiers, a hand mysteriously cradling her midsection during a charity exhibition, and those grainy paparazzi shots capturing her silhouette against a sunset jog that twisted innocent fatigue into scandalous speculation. Fans held their breath, rivals smirked in shadowed corners, and sponsors fidgeted over contracts inked on the promise of unblemished youth. But Emma, with the poise of someone who's stared down aces from the baseline, leans into the microphone, her British lilt cutting through the haze. The truth drops like a perfectly timed lob, clear and unyielding. Not a baby bump, but fibroids, benign tumors coiled in her uterus like uninvited guests at a high-stakes semi-final, sapping her energy, mimicking the swell of something far more life-altering. Diagnosed just weeks ago after a routine scan escalated into a whirlwind of specialists and shadowed waiting rooms, this revelation flips the narrative on its head, turning gossip into a raw testament to the hidden battles female athletes wage off the court. The surprise ripples outward. How many whispers of maternity leave masked a deeper ache, a condition affecting up to 80% of women by 50, yet shrouded in stigma as thick as the clay dust of Roland Garros. Emma's confession isn't defeat, it's defiance, a serve straight into the face of silence. Her teams scramble, postpone training blocks in Miami, whispered consultations with nutritionists tweaking her regimen to combat the bloating and fatigue, now reframes her 2025 slump not as burnout, but as biology's brutal curveball. From her ankle surgeries that sidelined her through 2023's heartbreak to this latest curve, Emma's journey pulses with resilience, each setback a setup for a comeback volley that leaves opponents scrambling. As she recounts the moment the ultrasound tech's face shifted from routine to urgent, the room hangs on her words, the air electric with the what-ifs of a career teetering on vulnerability's edge. Could this be the catalyst for a fiercer Raducanu, one who channels the quiet fury of the overlooked into thunderous ground strokes? Or does it whisper warnings of a tour that chews up its queens without mercy? The hook sinks deep, curiosity ignited, and in that suspended breath, Emma's story demands we listen closer, peel back the glamour to reveal the grit beneath. If this bombshell has your heart racing like a fifth-set decider, smash subscribe and turn on. Worldwide, reminding us that true champions serve from the soul, scars and all. The fallout unfolds like a slow-burn rally, each exchange building pressure until the break point snaps with unforeseen force. Emma retreats to her Surrey bolt-hole post-announcement, the paparazzi swarm easing as headlines pivot from scandal to sympathy, but the internal storm rages on. Mornings blur into a haze of ginger tea and heating pads, her ritual of visualization meditations now laced with affirmations against the doubt fibroid sow. Will this shadow her fertility dreams, the family she'd one day chase post-titles? Doctors assure her, most cases benign, treatable, no barrier to motherhood, yet the what-ifs gnaw like unforced errors in a dream final. Her coach, Dimitar Cusidulin, adapts drills with surgical precision, shorter sessions to sidestep fatigue flares, core work gentle to avoid aggravating the tender spots, transforming weakness into weaponized wisdom. The surprise revelation ripples into sponsorship spheres, LTA brass huddle over enhanced wellness protocols, while Vogue pitches a cover on Athletes Unfiltered, Emma's poised portrait symbolizing the shift from polished perfection to empowered imperfection. Fans flood her mentions with #RaduStrong, sharing their own fibroid odysseys, from desk-bound delays to elite equestrian sidelined, forging a sisterhood across screens. Yet, beneath the uplift lurks league's underbelly. Why does women's tennis, with its microscope on every serve and sigh, amplify rumors while muting medical realities? Emma's journey mirrors legends like Serena's clot battles or Sharapova's doping exile, each a testament to the body's betrayal in pursuit of glory. As October's chill settles, she eyes Wuhan qualifiers with calculated calm, her game evolving, more tactical patience, less power blitz, to compensate for the ebb. The storytelling crescendos here, in the quiet rebuild. Spa days morph into strategy symposiums, her podcast appearances dissecting not just drop shots but diagnostic delays in women's health. Teammates like Katie Boulter dispatch care packages of turmeric lattes and empathy notes, while foes like Goff tweet veiled support, the tour's tribal lines blurring in shared fragility. This fibroid chapter? It's Emma's origin story reloaded, the girl who stunned New York now schooling the world on resilience's true face. Whispers of a memoir deal swirl, her voice primed to amplify the voiceless, turning personal pain into public progress. The air, once thick with speculation, now crackles with possibility, a Raducanu reborn, fibroids be damned, ready to ace the narrative and the net. And as the curtain falls on this chapter, Emma Raducanu emerges not diminished, but diamond sharp, her fibroid fight a forge for fiercer fire. Thanks for smashing through this reveal with us at Tennis Insider, your front row seat to the heartbeats behind the highlights. Like if Emma's courage courtside inspires you, comment your take on women's notifications, stay locked in for every unfiltered truth on the tour. Welcome to Tennis Insider, where we slice through the spin to deliver the raw rallies of the game you love. Now, let's unravel the layers of Emma's fight, a tale as layered as the red dirt she conquers. Fibroids, those sneaky fibromuscular masses, aren't just medical jargon, they're saboteurs in the engine room of an athlete's prime, disrupting hormones like a faulty string memories of loss sharpening every symptom. Emma's diagnosis Carlos sank to his off-season forehead to Harley Street, murmuring her prayers in Spanish. A no-nonsense specialist was this redemption or ruse, spotting irregularities they guarded that explained the unexplained. Leaks loomed, the iron press mimicking anemia after her Indian Wells quarterfinal Meadows faded, the unexplained to a secluded Spanish villa, vowing slower paces, hems at fewer flights, more family and those brutal cramps twisting her morning evolved to quiet resolve, forcing early retirement that softened their edges to Grand Slam. Yet vigilance pressure, ultrasounds now at rituals of guarded she's bliss. In the thick of it. Uterine fibroids strike one in 3 women of reproductive age, often dismissed as just stress until they derail lives. Emma's case? Multiple myomas, pea-sized to golf ball, pressing on her bladder and bloating her silhouette just enough to spark the firestorm. The pregnancy buzz ignited on a rainy Tuesday in September, a blind item from a gossip rag morphing into viral frenzy. Raducanu's secret glow, baby or burnout? Social scrolls lit up with sleuths dissecting her Instagram glow-ups, her cozy coffee runs with trainer Nigel Sears reading as rendezvous rather than recovery. The surprise? Emma's team played it coy at first, citing personal health to dodge the vultures, but the toll mounted, sleepless nights poring over anonymized forums where survivors shared war stories of misdiagnoses and gaslit symptoms. Her mother's quiet resolve, a Filipino-British anchor who'd navigated her own health mazes, fueled the push for answers. Now, armed with hormone therapy and a surgeon's roadmap, potentially minimally invasive ablation if symptoms spike, Emma eyes the Asian swing with renewed fire, her forehand whip cracking louder in practice clips leaked to hype the faithful. This isn't victimhood, it's victory in vulnerability, a narrative shift that spotlights the tour's unspoken epidemic. How many sisters in the locker room, from Sabalenka's ironclad facade to Swiatek's studious calm, harbor similar shadows? Emma's air-clearing presser, laced with wry humor about trading bump rumors for biopsy banter, humanizes the icon, drawing fans closer as confidants rather than spectators. The storytelling arcs toward empowerment, her fibroids not a full stop but a plot twist, propelling her toward a 2026 where she reclaims the throne, one symptom-managed set at a time. Teammates rally with encrypted group chats swapping remedy tips, rivals nod in silent solidarity, and the WTA whispers of policy tweaks for reproductive health support. Emma's moment? A mic drop that echoes across baseline.